Your life is the sum total of all that you emotionally correspond with, that you emotionally agree and accept, because your attention is the power of your thought, the power of your feeling. When you withdraw your attention from them, you destroy them. Hello, powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Hidden Growth Tito Says or Elimi. Hey, I'm going to be talking about your mind and you. I'm going to give you a secret practice to help you control your feelings, your thoughts, and of course, your emotions. Once you are able to do this, you will discover that your mind begins to respond to you at the level of a faithful and powerful servant. Let us assume that your mind is your chef. Every day as you wake up from sleep, your mind asks you as the chef, boss, what are we going to cook today? What will be your answer? Stick here with me and I will be taking you into this wonderful edition, and you must stick to the end, because towards the end I will give you a foolproof practice that will help you control the data that run your mind. I am Osezwa Anthony Elimihe. You know me. I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is the drill. On a daily basis, you receive guests, you receive visitors in your life. Just imagine your life as your home. Yes, you travel to places, you go places, but don't worry, you are always carrying your house with you. Your house is mobile, you are a mansion. In my father's house are many mansions. So you live in your house wherever you go. Therefore, you have visitors, you meet people. So you are going to be dishing things out to them. And don't forget, whatever you give, you get in return. Full measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. That's how it will come back to you. Cast your bread upon the water, it will come back to you after many days. Don't be deceived. God is not mocked. What things soever a person does, that will the person reap also. You cannot escape your actions. Like I posted some time ago, karma does not forget. Karma does not forgive. God can forgive. In fact, God does not even need to forgive, because God does not mark your sins. You as humans are instructed for your own good to forgive, but not karma. You may forgive people for all that they have done to you. You may love them and embrace them back. That is not karma's problem. But you see what? Karma will still deal with them for what they have done. Karma is a wall against which a ball is thrown. It goes back to where it comes from. So karma does its work clinically, not out of hate or out of love, but out of a sense of duty. So you thinking that, oh, I will do things and I will beg for forgiveness. Oh, you beg for forgiveness and you will get forgiveness. But the consequences, you will live with it for as long as it lasts, by the laws of action and reaction. That's how it is. You're about going to bed at night. The chef comes to you and say, how were the services today, boss? You say, you were fantastic. There was nothing you did that was wrong. Everything that wasn't good enough was my problem. I caused it. We live to do better tomorrow. You say, how may we do it? Let's do it better tomorrow. Relax for now. I choose to direct you better tomorrow. That's a commitment to be a better human being, an improved version of yourself. And then you go to sleep. That thought is running in the mind, and the mind is looking for ways to be better. Then by morning, as your chef, the mind comes back again and says, pause, what do we cook today? And you tell the mind all we need to cook. Today, we are cooking fulfillment, self-control, bliss, abundance of goodness. Today, whatever problem money can solve is solved already. Today, we choose better. We rise above the standards of our environment. We rise above the tumult. We rise above the noise. We rise above the conflict. We take peace to all. We take joy to all. We take a sense of fulfillment to all. We are giving them the love dish non-stop throughout today. Mind will say, cup it, sir. But now, the mind will return to the kitchen. Where is your kitchen? the subconscious base, the subconscious pool of data. What is mind going to do? It's going to look for the ingredients, it's going to look for the condiments, it's going to look for the items that correspond to these meals you have instructed to be cooked. Now, how will the mind pick all these things? It's going to pick them on the basis of your identity. Those things may be there, but mind cannot pull them if they don't work in line with your identity. But the question now is, how do we create identity? How do we identify with the things we want mind to do for us? How do we identify? It's a case of affirmation, self-talk, the feeling you have generated about those things. It's not rocket science. Whatever you have locked mind's attention on throughout the day, before you go to bed, work magically in your life. What are those things that affect your day-to-day living, your day-to-day thought? They inform your thoughts. Now, this is where you need to live in the moment. By living in the moment, you place yourself in a position to be able to command your mind. And any human being who is in the position to command their mind commands the entire universe. That is the truth. Because mind is the king of the universe. Yes. So you need to start living your identity. Select your identity. Because when we talk about negative thoughts, a thought cannot be negative if you have not defined your life in a certain way. So your life's trajectory, the direction your life is traveling, determines whether a thought is negative or positive. But if you are going the same direction as a thought that you consider negative, it's not negative. No matter how much you try to fight that thought, it will not work. So how do you create that level of interaction where mind has a clear picture of where you are going? We come back to the same thing. It's about self-talk. What do you tell yourself every day? I'm not talking about words. You could start at the level of words. Words are the lowest level of communication, but you can start from there. But it's about the feeling. When feelings that are not congruent, that are not in line with what you think your life should be, come up in your system, how do you respond? Do you respond with, that's my nature? Do you agree with it morosely, sadly, I can't help it, powerlessly? If you do, you have identified with them. And even if you verbally tell mind, we are going to do X, Y, Z, mind cannot pull it off, because your emotion actually etches itself upon your mind. A mind cannot hide its scar. You cannot hide your scar from anybody to be visible. You must consistently stick to your dream life. Begin to visualize that life and savor it on a daily basis. You have to let mind understand that the days of negative autopilot are over. Right now, I dictate my life to you. How you do that is not by telling mind, hey, my friend, from today onwards, I have chosen to dictate my life to you. That's not how you do it. When an event requiring a response, when a feeling requiring a response, when a thought presents itself in your mind, you step in and stop mind from taking the usual actions. Somebody naturally would insult you, you will fly off the handle and return the insults. You've trained the mind to do that over a period of time. Mind is now doing it automatically. But now, when the thing happens, you pull back and say, no, we are not doing that. Of course, there will be a pushback by the mind. Mind is rearing up like a dog that is on a leash. You have to hold on. Some people shed tears. Huh? Oh, you mean if not because? They start, but stick to it. Let the tears drop, withdraw. If you keep doing that consistently over 10, 15 times, mind will learn that and say, this is how this guy wants to go now. When you have a thought that has become a feeling, that has become an emotion, which is a program already, it's a belief that you really cannot make it. People in your family really don't make it in marriages. They don't really grow beyond this level. They die in their 50s or in their 60s. You really don't live beyond that. All those thoughts are coming. Our people die of diabetics, our people die of high blood pressure. These things are coming at you. It's an inheritance. You have to reject it. And you don't reject it by saying, I reject it by fire, by force. That is not how it goes. You pull back from that feeling that accepts it and says, no, in my case, it is different. I choose better. Now, there is nothing wrong in dying in your 50s or your 60s or whatever. But what I am saying is that your dream? Is that the trajectory you have chosen? There's nothing stopping you from, even if I have to die in my 40s, I have to have a quality life. I don't have to die while being a liability to my people. I don't have to be carried all over the place. I don't have to be stinking to the world. No. Choose better. The lifestyle that you want to live to your death, choose it and etch that into the mind with powerful feelings, with loving, adorable feeling, and you'll be okay. Now, how do you catch the thoughts that are running in your mind? Your mind is like a highway. There are so many vehicles as program potentials, thought flying on them. It is the one you stop that you enter and take you to its destination, and you experience all the ambience, the feel, the smell of that interior. So choose wisely. Anyone you do not stop will not come for you. But we have this idea, we have this penchant for accepting everything that appears on our highway. And we say, yes, it's my life, it's there, it's my life. No, it's not your life. You must change your life. You must keep, that's why I say question. When the thought comes, you ask yourself, is this true? Nah, it can't be. Because a lot of these thoughts, a lot of these beliefs are not based on sufficient depth, sufficient facts. They are mostly fallacies. Even if they have enough evidence to back them up, you have a right to trump that evidence to say, no, I create against you. Now, how do you put yourself in that position? Is by being in the present moment. How do you put yourself in the present moment? Now, I'm going to demonstrate that to you. It is always good. Any time that you start it is good, but it's best to do it first thing in the morning. But if you cannot start it in the morning, anytime you choose to start it, fine. Because my people say, that is, it is the time a human being rises from sleep that is morning. Determine your morning. I imagine you just woke up now. Let us assume that you've not been doing mindful practices before. Everything is going topsy-turvy. You are not happy, you are morose, you feel like you need more sleep, you are tired. While you have had about 10 hours of sleep, still you are not getting yourself. You don't like it, you want to change it. Good. Sit still. Make sure that your torso is erect. Cross your arms this way, and your legs too. Cross them at the ankles. Shut your eyes. Then take a deep breath in through your nostrils. Release them through your mouth. Take a deep breath in again. Release through your mouth. Do that for like 20 times. And then you find out that you have a surge of energy in your body. Then your eyes remain shut. Listen. Not to your physical environment, but to the inside of you. Just listen. Go deep inside. You will see deep darkness. No doubt about that. Look in. Just be still. At this time you are supposed to have clarity inside. But if you still have thoughts, please just ignore. This is not the time to engage thoughts. Just focus your attention. Now, if the thought is nagging and keeps coming over and over again, listen to what the thought is saying now. When you listen to that thing, it says, you are no good. You are not good enough. You are not going to amount to anything. Then you say, I am the goodness of life. Remember, you don't say, I reject you. You are a liar. You don't attack them. Because when you attack them, you are giving them energy. You are feeding them energy, because your attention is the power of your thought, the power of your feeling. When you withdraw your attention from them, you destroy them. So, as they are speaking to you, You do as if they don't exist, because these thoughts are assuming you. They are usurping your life because you accept them so. But when you start detaching from them, they start realizing that you notice them. They don't intend for you to notice them. They intend for you to feel them and run with them. Allow them take you on the ride. But when you start ignoring them, you look them in the eye and you don't do what they ask you to do, they suddenly realize that you identify as different from them. They become shy. And the more you de-identify from them, the weaker they become. You make it even faster when you start affirming emotions that are contrary to them. This is where affirmation becomes so powerful. If no thought comes to you at that point, then you make your affirmation and say, today and onwards, I choose strength. I choose power. I choose love. I choose everything, every resource that connects with love, with power, with progress. Now, abundance is my way of life. I am open to all that corresponds with abundance. I am vivacious. I am whole. I am healthy. I am wealthy. And I am worthy. Make this affirmation and keep repeating them over and over again until the emotions take you over. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you. I am not in the position to give you the data you need to build your life, because I don't know the direction of your life. But I want to tell you one secret. In this world, anything you want to become, you can become it. That is the purpose of this channel, really. You can become it. But this is the challenge. I will not be suggesting to you what that thing will be. You could choose to become the greatest scammer in the universe. You can make it. You can choose to become the greatest hacker in the universe. You can make it. It's about your focus and you're consistently weeding out any contrary feeling, any contrary thought to this direction. That's what it's all about. So each time you reaffirm your direction, that is called destination affirmation. Now, when you have created that, then you now start having thoughts that are original to that life. That is, now you have established a statement of origin through your affirmation. So when you keep doing that, you suddenly pervade your space with an aura, an ambience that is pro that destination that you have set for yourself. Having set this destination, you saturate your space with its ambience. So any thoughts, any proclivity that is contrary to this destination cannot survive in that environment. So be focused. The reason people are dragged here and there is because their lives are not saturated. There is no intensity of their intentionality. That is why they have ups and downs. But if you set yourself aside to work, the inner work, and saturate your mental space with a clear-cut destination statement and keep reaffirming it. If you see any datum that corresponds with that life, you say, thank you, approved, locate and install. You keep picking. It's like somebody that wants to build a machine and he's looking for things that can form the body, the structure, the essence of that machine. If he sees anything that corresponds with it, he will buy it and take it home. So when you are building a new life, you will take your time and you keep acquiring information. You keep acquiring data that corresponds with it. That is why it is so important that you dwell in the moment, so that you can sense the programs, you can sense the data that are being suggested to you by mind. By making this destination statement, you are impinging it upon the mind. You are telling the mind, this is where I want to go. Mind does not have a clear definition of that thing. So it will be suggesting things to you on a daily basis, on a moment by moment basis. That is why when you wake up in the morning, your mind will come to you and say, what do we do today, boss? You tell mind. When you have done that over a period of 30, 40, 45 days, mind gets a hang of it, and then it can now begin to run actions, run programs that it thinks corresponds with this destination you have set. And when you approve of these programs without questioning it, mind nods and goes the next time to start trying. When it keeps doing it and you are allowing it, you are just saying approved, 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 approved. Mind begins to run without coming to you for attention. This is where complacency comes in. Mind comes in and starts taking charge and start running the shows for you. Then the beauty of that life becomes so intoxicating, and people start making suggestions. When people start praising you, they start saying things that are extraneous but somewhat related to that life, that might put you in trouble, that are byways to that life somewhat. It's like something that is a lane off the highway of that life. They are praising you and you fall for it, might take seats. One day you will leave the highway and go to the lane and you get lost and you are caught. You are made a mincemeat of. This is why you must be in constant watch out. That's why they say the price for liberty is perpetual vigilance. Don't let go. Keep your mind in check. How do you keep your mind in check? Is to ensure that you delete. By deleting, I simply mean de-identify. Do not identify. Refuse to identify. Detach yourself from any program, from any thought, from any feeling that might suggest to you. That's very key. Detach from it. And then when it suggests something that you know are in line with your destination, accept it with gratitude. Say thank you, approved, locate and place in store. That's how it goes. You are the captain of your ship, no longer the mind. The mind becomes your willing servant and it will do your bidding. This takes moment by moment practice every single day until you get it. Once mind fully takes control, as in it is in full possession of all the programs that you have approved, your life becomes a swing. That's when people say, wow, this guy has changed. How did he do it? And this means that you have to separate yourself from the usual friends that do not correspond with that destination, the usual food, the usual lifestyle. You will have to cut off from women. If you are a man, if you are a woman, you have to cut off from men so that you don't get this negative vibe, this negative data rubbing off on you and pulling you down, so that you have to have need to cleanse yourself and then go back to where you stopped. If you keep having to go back to cleanse yourself and come back, cleanse yourself and come back, you're not going anywhere. I know the process of cleansing. I will talk about that later. There was a video I did on avoid contagion. Check that on this channel. You could see it. Sometime down the line, I will do a video on how to cleanse yourself from contagion. As it is in the physical, so it is in the metaphysical. As it is in the metaphysical, so it is in the spiritual. The spiritual controls all. Sometimes when you hear the word metaphysical, your mind goes to something funny. Meta means above. What is metaphysical is mental, is mind. Mind is superior and higher than the physical, which is this body. That's all for now. You have been a wonderful friend listening to me, all of these things. I hope you practice these things and put them to use for your own ultimate good. Thank you. Like this video, share this video. Drop your comment on this video. Talk to friends about this channel. Let them know what is going on here. We are on a mission to raise the frequency of our planet. Thank you.